Good morning. How's everybody doing? It's early morning because it's kind of late here, but it was perfect timing for me to work on this. This is my year end of 2025 review. I'm very proud to say, even with how rough this year was, I feel due to a lot of life situations and things, that I got 6 builds done. And I think a lot of that really transpired halfway through the year and down till this point. I'm really ecstatic by this. So this video is going to be kind of long. I'm just going to warn you on that. We'll try and edit this down as much as possible. Definitely want to pull a little bit of a Brucey here and edit some of this stuff. But let's get right into it, and we'll start with the first build. There will be a total of 6 builds that we've gotten completed, and we'll flip this guy around and we're going to show you what we've got, and then we'll do a little debriefing. So be right back, everybody. Alrighty, now here's the first one. This one here was, I got to give credit to Joel over at Iceman. This was 100% sponsored by Joel. This was a little promo bike that he did for a little while. I think he kind of brings it back here and there. Maybe if he gets an influx of emails, he might do it. Very cool little build. I know if he prints more of these things, I definitely want to get a couple more and doing different colors. Very cool build. Went together extremely well. I had a lot of fun making it a duplicate to the Golden Commandos drag car. If you want to see more in-depth detail on this build, it is on my library. But very cool. This is completely 3D resin, and we got to give credit to Iceman Collections for sponsoring this and all the hard work he's put into this thing. So let's get on to the build number 2. So let me switch models and we'll be right back. All right, now here's build number 2. All of these builds will be in the library if you want to check them out in more depth. This here is a zombie build. This was a build that I did when I was a teenager. This is enamel paint. We decided not to repaint the thing. We never painted the interior on this kit. We just left it the metallic blue that it was molded in, and the chassis was painted all black. Well, we stripped the chassis. Some of the motor and stuff had fell out. The car was falling apart from all the years of moving. You can see here how terrible the decal is. It's very wavy. That's from when I put that on as a kid. And I was able to save the paint. The paint, remarkably, young Jason put the paint on so dang thick with the tester's enamel that we color sand this sapphire blue, and we buffed it out. And it looks tremendous for over 20-year-old paint. It was great to see this thing get put back together. This was one of my favorite builds back in the day. It just brings back a lot of great memories. So cool to see it on the shelf, and it was part of the group build that me and Paul from Left Coast Model Car Builds host together. And this is the zombie group build. It could be a rebuilder. It could be a brand new one that you started and just put back in the box. Maybe you glued some parts together, whatever. But a lot of fun. You can see how tethered the chrome is on it, but we kind of did the back deck panel here, gave it the 70s vibe. It's screaming 70s, so we did the interior in like a 70s motif. And then we just kind of painted the motor
maybe I won't get into all that. Maybe the next ones I'll open the hoods. It's kind of tough, but we could be here all night with all the hood openings. But it's a 440 with a blower. That blower came out of one of the Chevelle kits, I believe, because it didn't come with this kit. But we painted the block orange. We kind of blacked out the chrome with panel liner, and we put it back together. So that's going to do it for build number 2. Let's get build number 3 up there. And boom, there's build number 3. This is the car that I've coined Goldfish. This is a 69 Barracuda. This was a lot of fun. This was the 48-hour group build that we participated in this year. I'm still shocked that I got this thing done in this stage in 48 hours. This car didn't start off very friendly. There was a lot of misfitment issues that I encountered, and we spent a good portion of Dremel time the first few hours on this thing. This one's got my 3D printed wheels and tires. It's got a Hemi that came out of the Revell 68 Dodge Dart, and then the carburetors were my 3D printed carburetors. I wanted some detail on there. We weren't going to run air cleaners. I believe the hood scoop as well, the Hemi scoop, came out of the Dart kit. I know the headers on this one came out of the 68 Revell Charger 2-in-1 special edition kit. So we got a little bit of a kit basher here, but extremely a lot of fun, and we'll get this thing kind of cleaned up. We got a few things to touch up on it later on down the year, and we'll take it to a few shows. It'll be a great little filler piece to put at some shows. Let's get car number 4 up here. Alrighty, so here's car number 4. This was a lot of fun as well. This was the one that we did for the 24-hour cancer build that Grandpa Mark was putting on. He was doing a charity event for breast cancer awareness. Me and Bruce decided to jump on in and go live with him and kind of help host it with him, which was a great honor, and we really appreciate that, Mark. Mark put together a really good set of rules. We had a lot of people participate. We raised a lot of money, which was great for the first annual. He allowed everybody to paint the bodies and bare metal foil your bodies. So that helped out a tremendous amount, where you could let things gas out, clear coat it, and all that stuff. Really a neat build. Was able to then focus on just the drivetrain parts, the suspension. I ended up 3D printing the night before like a Boss 429 big block Ford, and we put 3 deuces on there on a tunnel ram. Really a fun build, but more importantly was the camaraderie of hanging out with all those guys live, building in 24 hours. Just a tremendous amount of fun, and for a good cause. So again, this is in my library, so if you want to check out this car more, go back there and check this thing out in a more detailed video. I know this one, there's a few things I got to touch up, but I want to put a license plate on that frame, so I got to get some stickers made. But really cool. Let's get build number 5 up here. Alrighty, here's build number 5. This was my number 2 zombie build for mine and Paul's group build. And this one here was another one that was starting to fall apart. I built this as a teenager. This is something that we did a quick down and dirty paint job. We only had a couple colors, and it was falling apart in the box. The window, it came out, the back window, the fuel tank came out, some of the suspension, the radiator, all that stuff popped out of there. The only thing that we couldn't find was the air cleaner. So eventually I'll find an air cleaner, and we'll do that. It's got a hood pin that's missing as well. But all in all, another one that we're glad to have went through it all, repainted a few of the parts. We black washed the wheels with some panel liner, and just kind of dressed it up a little bit, cleaned it. We buffed it out. We didn't wet sand it or nothing because, you know, it's a race car. We did do the grill detail. That was not done on it before. So we just kind of buffed it out to kind of clean it. This one was very impacted with a lot of dust from sitting on a shelf for over 15 years. And then during the moves, it got thrown in the box and kind of rattled around, and there was some scuffs in it, and it just kind of broke apart a little bit here and there. So another one that I'm very proud to resurrect and complete. Like I said, it's pretty raw under there, but all in all, it was a fun build, and glad to see another zombie done. All right, let's get into build number 6. All right, here's build number 6. Some of you this one might be a little fresh for everybody, being that we just completed this one a couple days ago. This here is the first 3D printed kit that I have printed off my printers, and we purchased the file on Cults 3D. This was a tremendous amount of fun. These things make great experimental tools, basically, for painting techniques, trying different products, using different tools. I used a lot of the display tools we tried out on here. Awesome build. I can't say enough good things about these tractors. I know there's a few printers out there that do print these things and sell them to the public. I myself do not sell parts to the public because I have not bought the I don't buy the files to distribute. I just use them for private use. So if you have the means to get one of these tractors or print one of these tractors, I recommend you buying the file. Otherwise, go seek out some of the vendors that do print these things and sell them. They are a tremendous amount of fun. So that's build number 6. So let's flip this camera around. We'll do the debriefing, and we will let you go, because the debriefing might take a little bit. We got a couple announcements to make, and we'll get right into it. Alrighty, so I hope you dig that. To me, that was a successful year, 100%. Like I said, the first part of the year was pretty rough, with a lot of things that went on and took place. But to make a comeback, looking back on it, I feel that I made a comeback, and we got some projects done, and I'm very, very happy about that. Man, the first half of the year, I thought, I'll be lucky to get 2 done this year. But wow, what a really cool success story in my opinion. So going forward for 2026, what are we going to do? To me, I have a couple builds that we are working on that are for model show purposes, and not saying they're going to be the best model out there, but I'm putting a lot of extra time into them. I'm not gonna have, you know, Clay Kemp or a Tim Casper. I mean, that I have not graduated to that style of building yet, but I'm definitely having fun and learning new techniques with them, and so those builds will be coming soon. And that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to kind of bail on some of these group builds for the fact of I just can't do it all. I definitely am leaving time open for the 48-hour group build and the Grandpa Mark's 24-hour cancer group build, because he said he was going to do that again. So those 2 group builds mean something to me. And, you know, I've met a lot of great people due to the 48-hour. And then the cancer one is a good cause. I might participate. I believe there's a 24-hour group build coming up
very soon here in the month of January, and I might do that. There's something about those down and dirty couple day group builds that they're a lot of fun. So I think we're gonna make time for that. It pains me to say this, but I'm not gonna be able to do the USAC. It just with these other builds that are on the bench right now, and some other things that I really, really deep down want to get done and do, I can't do it. And there's a few other ones that I really wanted to get into, and I can't do it. The zombie group build, going back to that, I know Paul, I think, got some questions on it. 100%, we are going to do the zombie group build. That's going to be a reoccurring group build because it helps everybody. There's so many modelers like myself that have a bunch of those started or rebuilders. I have rebuilders. I have some that are started. I have like these two here that were kind of a rebuilder that we kind of stripped and did a little bit more work to them. There's a lot of those cars to resurrect or restore, as like some guys would like to say. So I have a lot of that stuff that belongs in a case. So the only way we can do that is to sit down and do it. And so the zombie thing will keep going. I'm sure Paul is going to be on board to help co-host that one again. And I know he's in the same boat. He's got a bunch as well. In fact, I think he's working on some as we speak. So look for that. We're going to try and learn from this first year. Me and Paul will have a sit down and debrief on things that we as hosts could maybe do better to help promote or encourage people or to help assist, motivate people. I don't know how we can do that, but that's something that we want to be a very positive energy for the community. So feel free, like he says all the time, feel free to reach out to him. Feel free to reach out to me. If you got stuck, questions, you're stuck on something, you need some advice on how we might approach something if we ran into a problem. Sometimes fresh set of eyes helps come up with a solution. So I don't know, but I've never had a group build that has just been specific to something that I like, and I've been watching this quite a bit. And there might not be maybe 2 or 3 of us that would even think about doing it. But I'm going to announce it right here. So we'll plop in a little video right now. Alrighty, so there you have it. You've seen the little video clip there. We're going to do a drag and drive group build. I realize that a lot of people, there's tons and tons of group builds, and maybe nobody will get into this. And I'm pretty much guessing that there might only be 2 or 3 builds, and 2 of them could be mine. And that's fine, right? Because part of my group build not doing a lot of those other ones is because I want to do these types of builds. So I figured I'll just throw it out there in case somebody either wants to do it as a buddy build or a group build. We'll just throw it out there to where it's a group build, and if people want to do it, great. All I ask is that you must have some form of small utility trailer that's hooked up to it. We can make it come off. Or like what you see on the back of like Jeeps or minivans and stuff like that, where you got the little platform that just plugs into the receiver hitch, and you can put a set of drag tires in there and a jug of fuel. You got to put one of those on the back, and you can make it come off the car, whatever. The beauty of drag and drive events, if you want more research to do, is to hit up Hot Rod Drag Week. You've got the Rocky Mountain Drag Week. You've got sick weekends. There's sick weeks that are down in Florida. I think he's got 2 of them now, Mr. Bailey. You can go on there and get some kind of inspiration from those things. If you want to put your drag tires on the roof, that's fine too. I mean, if you're building a wagon, whatever. But the beauty of the drag week thing is that you could see trucks, you could see wagons, you could see sports cars, import cars. It's unlimited basically at the end of the day. Now, what we will be looking at is that if you're doing a small tire drag radial car, I want you to kind of just say that, hey, I'm doing a small tire drag radial car. If you're doing like a Outlaw Unlimited style car, like a Tom Bailey type car, where it's a full tube chassis, things like that, you're going to want to have the street tires on there and then the big slicks on your trailer, and then I want you to kind of announce it as, hey, I'm building an all-out unlimited car, So I have a couple of these builds that I'm currently working on in my mind to figure it out, meaning I've printed off some motors, I've printed off some wheels and tires, and I've had that stuff ready to go and just haven't picked like what bodies I wanted to do or how I want to do the chassis. There's so many options out there, right? You look at VCG Resins, he's got a bunch of that stuff. You got your Pro Street back half, you got your Pro Street front half. If you want to do the kit bashing thing, if you're going to go big tire or whatever, you can use the 67 Chevelle. You can use the 66 Nova. All those options are great if you need wheel tubs or big blocks or any of that stuff. All great options. So look at all those options and let me know. And then tag me, of course, that you're doing the drag and drive group build. And then that way there I can follow along. If you have any questions, you're free to hit me up on that as well. If you want to help co-host the drag and drive group build, let me know. I'd be more than willing to have other content creators help co-host the drag and drive group build. I know for a while there, I believe Taylor at Too Tall, he did, I think a few years back, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Taylor. Taylor, if you want to help co-host, be an honor to help co-host this. I just kind of want to see what people would come up with. I think the modeling community has a lot of great craftsmen in there and a lot of creative builders. And this is something that you would technically a group build that you would be building something you like, right? Your type of car. If you're a JDM guy, you're going to build a JDM drag and drive street car, right? So it's something that inspires your tastes, not just, okay, this is this group build, blah, 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 and you got boom, 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 and you got to build it to the way they want it. So that's like the zombie build. The zombie build is builds that you had ideas for, things that you wanted to create. The drag and drive is the same way. It's the types of cars you want to work on, blah, blah, blah. The only rules is that we're stating that it's got to be some way of sporting all your materials for the week, your drag tires, your fuel, blah, 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 in a little trailer or a little extender plate for travel purposes, right? And generally those things are 1,000 miles throughout the week or a little bit more. So that's pretty much the only rule. But like I said, you can build a truck, station wagon, JDM, doesn't matter what year, just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Let me know what you think. I'm very curious to see what the comments are going to be like on that. My email is in there. Feel free to hit me up. If you want ideas for trailers or whatever, I'll be more than happy to help give you some ideas on things. Um, yeah, I think it's going to be fun. Now, as far as the channel goes, there could be some changes in the channel. Change is all part of life. There's probably going to be some changes on the AMC show as well. The AMC show, part of that is growth. I think a lot of people from watching my channel know that I have no problem making changes, making things better for you, the viewer, and it ends up being better for me. So I'm not a New Year's resolution guy, but I can say for 2026, my main resolution is to try and use my time more wisely and try to outdo these 6 builds and have 8 builds done. If I get 8 builds done next year, whew, that'd be awesome. Be totally awesome. So part of getting 8 builds done is that you have to have fun with those 8 builds. If you're not having fun, it's time for a new hobby. That's all there is to it. So I had to make some changes to how I did things with this channel and in my life throughout this year, and that helped me drastically focus again, had fun with this thing again, and that's why I got these 6 done. So change is all part of life. I'm definitely going to try and make some changes to this channel. There's going to be things that I really want to do, and I'm going to show people what I'm working on. I hope that it helps inspire people. I hope that maybe that people can learn something from what I do or what I am doing. And again, I'm an open book. You can ask me whatever questions. You got to remember one thing too, is that most of your content creators, you're seeing what they're allowing you to see. So there's limited amount of time in these videos that we can tell you the things that work for us or do, or products that we use. You gotta ask questions. You just gotta ask questions. And sometimes, you know, it might take me a day or so to answer back, just because I'll sit down certain times at night, and that's when I'll usually go through emails or whatever. Some of you guys have my personal phone number, and then some of you also are friends with on Facebook, and you message me that way too. So very curious to see if anybody jumps in this group build. I might be the only one, and if that's the case, then I'm fine with it. So no loss there at all, because I'm going to be building the things that I really love and things that mean a lot to me. But I think there's quite a few guys. I would say there's at least 10 guys out there that I think if they had the time that would do a dragger drive. I'm not saying they're going to do it, just because I know they have full plates as well. They have their day-to-day jobs, they have their family stuff, and they have a long list of builds that are probably already on their 2026 thing. So this is some that are on my 2026 thing, and I just thought I would open it up. Well, I think that's going to do it. I really appreciate everybody that has watched, has commented, and then of course everybody that follows the AMC live show. It's greatly appreciated. I can't begin to tell you how much we appreciate that, and we're looking forward to another good year. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and we will definitely, I think some part in January, we are overdue to do a giveaway. And we're going to do a giveaway because we did hit that 1.2 subscribers. I never in a million years thought we'd have that many, but we do, and that's awesome. Like I said, I'm not in this for monetize. The numbers will always just be numbers. I'm not looking to get monetized. I don't want to deal with all the tax crap. So this is just fun for me. This is my relaxation. So we'll see you on the next one. Have a happy new year. If I don't have another video up, or in case I plop a video up and I forget to say it, but have a happy new year. Have a safe, happy new year. And we'll see you on 2026. And like I said, hopefully we'll get some people into this group build. And more importantly, get into that zombie group build and get some of those things out of the boxes, out of the Tupperware totes, and on those shelves in those cases like what you see back there. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.